At least there is, I think, clearly forward movement that has happened here in this meeting. In fact, if you remember, Vishnu, it was only a couple of days ago that President Zelensky had first proposed a face-to-face meeting with Vladimir Putin, and that was just shot down by the Kremlin at the time. And just going through the reports coming out of Turkey, where the two sides held talks, they are saying that this could pave the way for a possible meeting now between the two leaders, which would be very, very significant. Of course, it's baby steps, as you rightly said. Moscow saying that it would sharply cut military operations near the capital of Kyiv, and also saying that that this could possibly pave the way for a meeting. And we'll have to see, though, how that plays out on the ground, and whether Russia would actually stick to its word on the ground. The other thing I think we would have to ask experts who've been following this closely from Moscow and elsewhere is that whether a lot of this has to do with the fact that the Ukrainians have put up quite an unexpected and strong resistance to the Russians. It was widely believed, I think, in Moscow that Ukraine would fall within a matter of days, that the capital Kyiv would, sort of collapse within a matter of days and surrender to the Russians. And that hasn't happened. In fact, the Russian military, as you've been reporting also yourself, Vishnu, from Ukraine, has faced quite a bit of resistance on the ground. They had a big convoy that was heading towards Kyiv that for days now, in fact for the last couple of weeks, has essentially been stuck more or less.
Right. Just half a second, be with us and join in on the conversation. Fred Weir, Russian affairs expert, joins us now from Moscow. Thanks, Fred, very much for being with us. How do you read these statements coming out of Russia, of Moscow?
Well, they had announced it on Friday that they're changing or shifting the operational program. It's clear, as your previous guest was saying, that the plan A the Russians had, like a quick knockout blow, did not materialize. They did say from the beginning, to be fair, that their main objective was the Donbass, eastern Ukraine, and that they did not intend to storm most Ukrainian cities, with the possible exception of Kyiv. And indeed, they have bypassed them, their goal being to surround the Ukrainian army in the east. The bulk of the Ukrainian army is there. I think all military experts are now on the same page about that. And it's in a very precarious position. It's like 60 to 80,000 men. The bulk of Ukraine's regular army is dug in heavily in the eastern Ukraine and the Donbass. And the Russian plan was always to surround it, to encircle it, and crush it. The idea, I guess, at first was we're going to cause regime change in Kyiv.
Right.
That hasn't worked. So now the plan B is taking clear form. It is to divert resources, hold positions around Kyiv and Kharkiv and Sumy and those places, but basically finish this operation of destroying the main Ukrainian army.
Sure.